This is Adventism number 2, and you might have also seen a second Advent wreath. Basically it's a ceramic wreath and it has like a vase inside it. I absolutely love it, especially what I used the last couple of years. You have 4 holes for candles and then the sort of vase bit so you can change your greenery and the flowers, and then I have that in the kitchen. So there is 2 wreaths in this house. Last Adventism you would have seen the one that I handmade with my daughter. My name is Mimi. I live in Berlin and I podcast from my sofa, and this time around I thought I would record like Adventism specials. It's basically like a pared down vlogmas because I can't record and edit every day, so I thought I'll collect some material and then sit here, chat to give it a bit of a framework. This time you will basically be taken along to my local Christmas market. I come from sort of, well, it's not really South Germany, it's Central Germany, it's called Hessen, and I come from a town with a little castle and with a very famous and very picturesque Christmas market. I happened to go there this weekend with my family, with my kids, to visit my mom and my dad and my siblings, and it was so nice to spend some time filming. We had a massive lot of snowfall. A massive lot of snowfall. We had a lot of snowfall on Sunday, and I went back to the castle, which has its own sort of, it's part of the Christmas market, but you have to climb up, and it's a very special part and dear to me part of the market because they only exhibit people who make things by hand. There were some woodworks, there were wreaths and flower arrangements with these amazing pinecone sort of garlands, Christmas tree ornaments, and then hand painted, so cute, and quite a lot of knitting. I filmed some of it, so you'll see it. And I had an amazing chat with 2 ladies who were selling socks. You'll see some of that. And yes, enjoy! So that was my visit to my Heimat, where I grew up, and I hope you enjoyed this very Christmassy, well, snippets of this very Christmassy and important event in the local calendar. So that's every second Advent weekend of the year, and I was so happy to be there, spend some time with my people. And I brought a couple of things back. Oh my god, it's gonna be crispily wispily. Actually, I'm gonna stop filming and then start filming again because I've not unpacked it. But I thought I'll share what I bought on the market this time, and then I'll share a little bit about my Adventism project, which you will have seen maybe in the intro a little bit, and I'll do a little bit more filming around my knitting and my crafting. So here is what I found on the Christmas market. And you'll be surprised. Basically, I bought hand knitted goods. Why? It's a bit silly, I knit a lot. Yeah, but I've also come to realise that as I knit a lot and Christmas comes and we swap presents with friends and family, as a knitter, they sort of want knitted things. And I don't really like disappointing that sort of expectations, but I'm a cheeky knitter. I'm quite a selfish knitter. And I have so many, as you know, projects on my needles, and you'll see in the next podcast I will show what I've completed. There will be a podcast. I know I said I wouldn't podcast in Advent, but I will, because there are so many finished things and I'm really pleased. But they're mainly for me or my family, and to make gifts and dedicate my Christmas making time towards gifts, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make for myself. I'm gonna carry on with my projects. I'm not gonna put any of that on ice. No, I want my sweater, I want my cardigan, I want, other things. I might cast on a shawl, and I have loads of ideas. So I bought hand knitted socks and smaller hand knitted things, and obviously I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say, look, I know you like knitted socks, have them, or your children will appreciate them, have them. And so this is what I bought. I bought a pair of adult hand knitted socks in this amazing bluey green, and I really like the texture of this. I'd say it's a normal sock yarn. I can't tell. I mean, with selling yarns, I should be able to tell the colorway and things like this, but I just like this sort of speckly, marled look. Stripes. I bought another pair, child size. And I bought a little hat in this cool, I love this. This is marled. It's a cotton marled with a multicolored thread, or several multicolored threads. I haven't worked out yet if it is. No, I think it's just two. It's marled, basically. Not marled, but marled. And I love this sort of textured stitch brim, and it's a kid's hat. It could work for an adult. I think it's for a kid, and it will be a present for our friends, basically, who we visit a lot out with the wagon. And I've knitted a little hat for the new baby that they've had, but I wanted presents for their other children and maybe the dad, because I wanted to give the mum something special, because she's just given birth, and I wanted to give them little hand knitted things because I know they'll love them. And these all have tags saying handmade or made by hand. 100% real handicraft. So knitter buying knits. Honestly, I would charge more. 10 euros. 10 euros each. That just about pays for the wool. I'm sure it comes from craft circles. I feel bad paying this little money for handmade things because I know they should really charge more. And most of the money that you spend on handmade gifts at this market always is donated. So when you buy these things, it's also for a good cause. So people do sort of charity work through knitting, which I love to support. I wish I'd bought more actually. In hindsight, I would have supported more by buying more. Well, that's one thing to think about for next year. Maybe you'll all get hand knitted socks in the mail from me. What else did I buy? Oh, this was from a project for Initiative for One World, I think it was called. And they had these products which were also handmade, but all over the world. So I think they collected things from different projects and then sold them all on one stall. I forgot to ask where these came from, but they're basically felted ropes, which is they're play ropes and pre-felted, super strong. These two are very sheepy. I love them. I love the texture. And these two have got sparkly bits in it. And I was thinking to gift them to our friends' kids and maybe to my own kids, because these are so versatile in play. You can make dens with them by putting a sheet over the top of, you know, put it between two chairs like ropes, and I don't know, my kids drag wood and stuff by tying it up and bundling it, and when we're in the forest and bring branches, and this sort of stuff is always just played and used, sort of like practical things. And across from there was someone who made these little woodwork. I just loved the way it was. Oh, this was €5, and it's like a piece of like a branch cut across as a base, and then this little hand spun mushroom shape. And I thought that would be good for to gift to someone who has a seasonal table, a Steiner Jahreszeitentisch, and I just sort of fell in love with this little mushroom, especially maybe because of this funny base it's on. Handmade, and then we have in my town there is a really nice beekeeper, and I bought 2 beeswax candles from their stand, and they were selling sweet chestnuts. I come from an area which is very special. So we have sweet chestnut forests. Literally, you come in September, you can find sweet chestnuts in the forest, big ones, and you just have to know your secret spots where you go for your walks, and then you'll find so many yummy forest treats. And they were roasting them, and so my sister and I shared a bag of sweet roasted chestnuts. Love them. And then I bought these candles for our Christmas displays or just for lighting. I don't think I will gift them because I quite like having these in my own assortment of candles. So that came from the Christmas market. And last but not least, lastly, in this paper bag, sorry for the crunch, a tiny little angel with a sled. Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? I'm going to try and film a little close-up whilst I chat about this. It's there is a doll maker in our town, and she sells out of her atelier, I think, because it's not, she hasn't got one of those huts. She just basically opens up her workspace. It's like big wide open door, and has a little table in this big wide open door with all these little handmade dolls. I really liked the angels she had. She had musician angels, and then this one with a sort of little wooden sled with the presents on it just sang out to me, and I think I'm gonna gift it to my daughter because it's so cute. So this can live on our again on our little Jahreszeit, on our seasonal table after Christmas. it being the angel who's brought the presents. That was all the treats I bought at the market. I think that was quite a lot. And together with the food, that it sort of adds up. But I had a blast. One of my favourite spots was the Pathfinders. The Scouts always have a yurt up, and there is a little fireplace in the centre where you can warm your hands and feet and body where you can warm up, and they sell a local cider because I come from an apple orchard region, so we press apple juice in that area, and lots of apple wine. Very specific, not sparkly or sweet like cider, but a very dry apple wine. And this gets sort of made into mulled wine, so you have mulled apple wine. I had a glass. I stopped drinking alcohol a month ago, which was really nice to have a break just before Christmas. I don't eat wheat or sugar at the moment, so that was a real treat. I had one glass and it was sort of nice to drink it by the fire next to my sister, have a chat, warm up inside and out, and yeah, see it as a treat, as a little cheat moment. But I definitely know that I will leave wheat out of my diet from now on as much as I can. I'm not at all fussy when it comes to when I eat out or eat at other people's. I won't go, oh, I'm not having that. I won't exaggerate this, but I know it does me some good to leave the wheat out, so I'll definitely do that in my own cooking. So what am I drinking? So the tea I'm drinking is a woodruff and berries. It's very foresty, it's nice. T1 from my advent calendar, and T2 is very brand new and very important new find for me. It's a curcuma tea, so a golden tea, and this one is by Sonnentor. I think, oh no, my advent calendar is a different brand, but it's a German organic tea and herb and spicing company, and this one is called Curcuma and Flowers, so it's got rose and sunflower petals, and it's very gentle curcuma. And I'm super into this. Actually, I drink curcuma tea and curcuma milk every evening at the moment, instead of a glass of wine or other booze, I guess, healthy. And it's very good antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. I need to drink a lot of it because of my skin. It's really, really good. Also fresh curcuma, boiled, like your ginger root sort of tea. Super, super good for the skin. So I have made it a habit to drink a curcuma milk before bed, which is, I tend to have dry skin, eczema, and my lip was so bad even in summer, and I realized, okay, I've got to change things, change my diet, change my habits, and that is one of the things where I realized like my skin feels so happy, and I'm happy I've done that change. So that was all. God, I've chatted about loads of funny things now. Like, why did I even go into the whole, well, maybe it's a good thing. Adventism number 2 with a Christmas market visit, a lot of process behind the scenes. I think I'm gonna film a bit more of the macrame in a time lapse, and there was some knitting in time lapse, lots of bits and bobs. Oh, and the space share this time. Have fun. Super honest. This time, by chance, I filmed in the kitchen, and it's honestly no lie, kitchen how it is, or, well, it's how I live. It's my kitchen space. I think I wanted to tidy up, guess, this room, the living room, and film that and make it all look a bit more nice. Ended up just sort of using my phone, doing a circle of the kitchen when it was at its worst last week. What do you think? Should I change something about my kitchen? I don't know what to change. I hope you've enjoyed this Adventism. It was fun having you and chatting about all these things. Next time there will be baking, because this is the time. I won't bake with wheat, I will bake with spelt instead, because I'm a spelt girl all the way, and I will take you along and film some of the baking process this week, and I will share some of our weekend adventures on the 3rd of Advent, which is already in 5 days. So I am so happy you've come to see me, and come back soon. Have a beautiful week, and maybe some snow, and maybe some Christmas treats, mulled wine, biscuits, joy and rest. No rushing around in the last week before Christmas. No rushing around.